Good afternoon. I'm out with my fuzzy little black dogs here. I don't think you can see them. They're off running and panting, and we're going to walk up through the Christmas trees again. I wanted to talk to you today about tagging games. You know, they tag. First one is they just tag you. You're it, they tag me, I become it. Tagging games are wonderful because they teach dodging, they teach fleeing, jumping over somebody, ducking under somebody, and running. They love to run. So it does teach them quite a bit just for tagging games. It also teaches them that they're not going to run up and slap somebody. They need to really just touch. That's all you have to do. So tagging, you're it. I get tagged, I'm it. I tag somebody else, they're it. I don't allow them to tag the same person twice in a row. They have to make sure that they go for other people. Freeze tag. I tag you, you're frozen. I go tag somebody else, they're frozen. The bugs are out. And so on. But nobody can save them. They're frozen. And however they're standing, when they're frozen, they need to be frozen. I don't let it go for very long because I don't want them standing around. The other freeze tag game is if I tag you, you're frozen, somebody can come and they can untag you. I always have 2 people it and sometimes 3 people it, depending on the size of the class. Because if a class is big, 18 or 20 kids, which I do have, then it's better to have 3 people it rather than just one person chasing everybody. I don't have any safety zones. What I try to explain to them is that if you are running, run, you're going to get very tired. If you don't need to run, then don't run. What you can do is stand, watch where the person is. When they become close to you, then you can start running again. That way you get to rest. Now, some of the kids in the class can run and run and run. Another favorite tagging game of theirs is called toilet tag. And they like toilet tag because you're talking about a toilet, and they think it's funny. What they do in toilet tag is they'll be running. If someone tags them, then they're going to go down on one knee, put their arm out, and the person that is the saver is going to come and they're going to flush the toilet, and then you can get back up and run again. So there is an it, and there's a saver. And I may have 2 people it, and I might have 2 people that are savers, or 1 person that's a saver. But there's always somebody that's a saver. But they think that's a fun game, fun tagging game. Another one is called bridge tag. This teaches kids to go under things also, as far as running and fleeing and dodging. What we do in bridge tag is, when you're tagged, you have to go down on your hands, keep your feet on the floor, and you make a bridge. You stick your fanny up in the air, and they think that's funny because I say fanny. And what they're going to do now is someone's got to come along, and someone has to save them by crawling under them. So we talk about safety rules as far as making sure that you are not hitting your face on the floor, hitting your head on the floor. And I've also had it happen where you get someone that goes under, they get tagged also. So then you have somebody that's tagged and somebody that's under them that's tagged, so you have 2 layers. So then what you have to do is you got to try to fit a 3rd person under to save both of them, which is hard. That's hard to do, but I've had it happen where they have saved them both. So they enjoy that one. And like I said, I usually have, most all the time, have at least 2 people that are it. And they love to be it. They think that's great to be able to be it. And I try to, in a class, get everybody to be it, but if they don't have a turn, we start the next time with kids that did not have a turn in that class. So another good one is elbow tag. Elbow tag is where you stand and you would link one elbow with another person's elbow. And somebody comes along, we have a person that's in and a person that's running. So the person that's running is going to flee away from the person who is it. And if they come in close to being tagged or at any time, they can hook up with another couple elbow to elbow. Well, then there's 3 people. You can only have 2. So the person on the further end has to run. They start running. The tagger can also join a group of 2. That becomes 3. So the person on the other side has to leave. So now you have a different runner and a different tagger. And if you keep changing often, then it really can become confusing because people lose track of who's it and who isn't. So, and a couple more will be like TV tag. You could pick TV tag, you could pick cartoons. And they have to get on their knee and say the name of a cartoon before they're tagged. Could be movies, could be video game titles, if something like that. And that's an easy one because they get to get down on the floor and they get to rest that little bit. Other tagging games, one other tagging game that I have that they really like involves the whole class. And well, they all involve the whole class, but this one's a little different because you have 2 people in the middle of the circle, which are called the zookeepers. And all the animals have escaped the zoo, and the zookeeper's got to collect them. So all the people that are on the end of the gym, on the black line, or whatever color line that you have, or you can even do it outdoors too if they're lined up along by cones. And what happens is, come on girls, we're going to go this way. What happens is that now you have the 2 people in the middle, and they have to pick 2 zoo animals. So let's say an easy one, they just pick tiger and lion. So then they go down through the line, they go tiger or lion, tiger or lion, tiger or lion, tiger or lion, etc. till they get to the end. So now they can either call tiger and lion, or they could say zoo. If they call the tigers, tigers run to the other end of the gym. And they stay there. If any of those tigers are tagged, they're captured, they're in the circle, and now they become a helper. They call lions. Any of the lions are tagged, the same thing. If they're tagged, then they become in the middle, they've been captured, and they help. If they yell zoo, everybody gets to run, and they all run from one end of the gym to the other. Now, the problem is when you have the tigers at one end and the lions at one end, and they yell zoo. You have to make sure that you tell them, as part of the rules, that if that happens, you need to make sure you are watching where you're going so you don't run into each other head to head, because that definitely can cause an issue and someone could get hurt. So you just have to be careful of that. But all in all, tagging games are wonderful. And there's something that's very easy for you to play outside of school. I do have some other games that I'm going to share with you, but not now because I have to set a couple of things up to be able to show you. And I'm going to do that. Hopefully I can do it for the next video. But I wanted to just get on and just mention these tagging games because I really do think that they're great. I think they're great exercise, and the kids are having fun, and they don't even realize that they're getting exercise. So I hope that you enjoy your summer. Our kids got out of school last Friday, and the teachers get out of school tomorrow. And so again, I hope you enjoy your summer. I hope it's a safe one. I hope you have a good time with family and friends. I hope your kids have fun. And I want you to take care of yourself. Be positive and enjoy life. And take care. And I am going to sign off so I can follow my puppies around a little bit more. Then we're going to go home and get them in the pool. And I'll tell you, they love that. So anyway, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day.